Hi, this is Jim Zuccarell. I'm the Gas Compression Director for SNS Technical, and this is a third in a series of video blogs that we're producing. Today I'm going to talk just a couple of minutes about compressor installation, specifically reciprocating compressors and liquid slugging. Now, liquid slugging, for those that don't know, is the result of having condensable gases accumulate inside the compressor, and during the compression stroke, because they are liquids and incompressible, a tremendous amount of hydraulic pressure is built up on that compression stroke and then typically results in damage to the internal components of the compressor. What we want to do is we want to, during the installation process, we want to make sure that we take care to prevent this as much as possible. Now, the first thing that we want to do is utilize a liquid trap or a suction scrubber, which is effectively just a pressure vessel that allows those heavier gases to fall out prior to entering the inlet of the compressor. So they're typically installed very close to the compressor at the compressor's inlet. For the most part, these are very effective, but they do need to be checked regularly, and whether they're drained manually or through some sort of automation with a pump that moves that product to another location. There's a number of different ways that can happen, but sight gauges obviously are also helpful to ensure that you don't have a high level of liquids that accumulate in that vessel, which can then also help add to the problem, providing a lot more liquid that can be picked up in the gas stream and wind up at the inlet of the compressor. Secondly, you want to be aware of the piping. The piping should not be structured around the compressor such that that design puts the compressor at the low point. We see quite a few installations where compressors are at the low point of the piping system. Obviously, the result would be that any gases that do condense or any liquids that can accumulate in the piping that are flowing through the gas stream then would flow back when the compressor is not operational and wind up settling in the compressor itself. Then again, at the startup of the compressor, you have non-compressible liquids inside the compression cylinder, which obviously will create, again, a tremendous amount of hydraulic pressure that will do damage to the compressor. So be aware of the piping design around the compressor. Utilize check valves as close to the compressor as possible, and I'll actually be doing another video blog here in the very near future that will talk about a very special check valve that we like to use on the discharge of compressors that will help not only keep the liquids from flowing back into the compressor, but also has a very long lifespan and high reliability in reciprocating gas compression applications. But you want to utilize that check valve, keep it as close to the discharge as possible. And then additionally, if there are drain options on the compressor that you're using, we are a corking distributor, and in the corking compressor line on the vertical compressors, there is a drain port at the base of the cylinder that can be utilized when you have a very, very saturated gas stream that requires that liquid to be drained off in between uses. So there's many different ways that this can be mitigated. If you do have questions about your particular system, or if you're encountering quite a few of these issues where reliability is a problem as a result of the liquid slugging, certainly reach out to us, and we'll be more than happy to take a look at your system and maybe point out a few areas that you could make some changes that would help improve the reliability of the compressor. So again, check out our website, www.skidsolutions.com, or certainly feel free to reach out to us, 678-867-7024. Again, my name is Jim Zuccarell. I'm the Gas Compression Director, and we're SNS Technical. We look forward to working with you, and thanks again for tuning in.